Next we'll see capacity of capacitor. Capacity of a capacitor, or you can write capacitance of a capacitor. So here if you give the charge to the conductor, already we have discussed in previous lecture, at any instant the charge q on the capacitor, suppose plus q charge it is given, the charge it is given on the capacitor, okay, it will be q is the charge given on the capacitor. If the charge it is increased, then potential also it will be increased. So what is the relation between V and Q? So here charge on the capacitor is directly proportional to potential or potential difference between the plates of the capacitor. Here once I will repeat the sentence. At any instant the charge Q on the capacitor is directly proportional to potential difference, that is a V, between the two plates of the capacitor. Suppose here this is a parallel plate capacitor I have taken, this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge, this metal plate here, this metal plate is B. So the potential difference between these two plates, it is always linearly increasing corresponding the charge on the capacitor. Now we'll write Q is equal to C into V. Already we know that what is a C? C is the capacitance, and it depends on the shape and size and nature of the medium between the two plates of the capacitor. So here we can write C is equal to Q upon V. So remember this relation, basic definition of a capacitance or basic formula for capacitance, this one, C is equal to Q by V. Q is the charge and V is the potential of the capacitor. And how will you define this capacitance? So it is the ratio of the charge on the capacitor, previous one we have discussed about general conductor. Now suppose the capacitance of capacitor, definition what you will write, the ratio of charge on a capacitor, to its potential. Is known as the capacitance of a capacitor, or capacity of a capacitor. This is the definition of a capacity of capacitor or capacitance of a capacitor. Next we will see what is the principle of a capacitor. Principle of capacitor. Here generally what is a very simple arrangement of capacitor, that is it should contain two metallic plates, and here we'll talk about the parallel plate capacitor. So how will you arrange the simple capacitor? The simplest arrangement of the capacitor is two parallel metallic plates separated by certain medium. Generally we will take the medium as insulating medium, that is the air, positive charge, negative charge. So here I want to increase the capacitance of the capacitor. How will you increase the capacitance of the capacitor? Generally, what is the meaning of capacitance? Capacitance means it is the capacity of storing the charge. So I want to increase the storing capacity of this capacitor. So how will you increase that? Here one method is there to increase the capacitance, that is the capacitance of conductor can be increased by increasing its size. If you increase the size, then storing the capability of the charge also will be increased. And here in another way also we can increase the capacitance of the capacitor. What is that we'll see. For a given size, for a given size of the capacitor, the way of increasing the capacitance is by lowering the potential. So what is the way to increase the capacitance? That is by lowering the potential or by decreasing the potential without altering the charge on the conductor. So this is the major principle of the capacitor. What is that? How to increase the capacitance of the capacitor? By lowering the potential without altering the charge on the conductor. This is the principle of a capacitor. This is the principle of a capacitor. In next lecture, I will explain in detail what is the meaning of this principle.